If you're ready to hit the ice and celebrate Cleveland sports history, then you need to head to Rockin' Arena. That's where the Cleveland Monsters are taking us on a trip down memory lane to relive the magic of some of those throwback moments with the fittingly named Lake Erie Monsters Throwback Weekend. I'm joined by Cleveland Monsters President Mike Ostrowski, who's here to talk about just some of these awesome events, signings, ceremonies that you get to be a part of. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Now, Mike, we've been saying that 2026 is the new 2016, but we can't remember the nostalgia without remembering the magic of that 2016 Calder Cup championship with our Cleveland Monsters. So I love that we're going to be honoring them and remembering some of our favorite moments with the Lake Erie Monsters Throwback Weekend. Now, before we get into the activities that you're going to be having right now, tell us, what was it like to be part of that organization a decade ago in what I would think is the most magical year to be a Clevelander?
Oh, I agree. It was so special. The night we won the Calder Cup, June 11th, 2016, we had 19,665 fans at that game, and we won with 1.9 seconds left in overtime to beat the Hershey Bears. So it was just a magical night. Kind of the party spilled into the streets, and certainly then the Cavs are involved in a little series called the NBA Finals, and we're down 3-1 and came back 8 days later to win the NBA championship. So to be a part of it was so special for the Monsters. We had a great celebration after we won a few days later on Gateway Plaza. But then after the Cavs won, everyone remembers the historic parade of 1.3 million people in downtown Cleveland, and the Monsters' full team and all of our front office staff were able to participate in that. So it was just a magical time in Cleveland, and to have 2 championships in 8 days when we hadn't had one in 52 years was just amazing.
As a lifelong Clevelander myself, one word to sum that year up was just magic. Now, we couldn't have made that magic happen without the teamwork that made the dream work. So tell us about some of those familiar faces that we're so happy to see again for Lake Erie Monsters Throwback Weekend.
Yeah, so we're so excited that we're in the midst of the Lake Erie Monsters Throwback. So this is the 10th anniversary season of those championships, and the Monsters, we want to celebrate the Lake Erie Monsters' historic run during that season. So, tonight and last night as well is Lake Erie Monsters Weekend presented by Cleveland Museum of Natural History. And we're going to have all kinds of special activities. We had players back to last night, and we'll have players again at the game tonight. You'll be able to see those players actually today before the game at our Pinecrest team shop, center ice and center court team shop. They'll be doing an autograph signing from 12 to 1, and then at the game, they'll be in our atrium before the game from 5:30 to 6, signing autographs at the community corner. And then we'll just have special tributes throughout the game where you get to see the players and just see all kinds of historic moments from that great run.
Not only do we get to see them again, but as you said, we also are celebrating them. So tell us a bit about how you kicked the Lake Erie Monsters Throwback Weekend off with that ceremony.
It was awesome. Last night we had 6 players, at the game. Just an amazing experience to see the guys back in town. Jamie Cyphers, Justin Falk, Steve Eminger, Michael Chaput, Michael Paliota, John Ramage, and then we have a couple folks on the team still on our front office, and Brad Thiessen, who's our goalie coach, and then of course Trent Vogelhuber, our head coach. So we had all 8 players back for that, and they were honored at the game, and it was just a special moment. And then we'll do more of that tonight. We're going to have some great giveaways. You can see the Zach Werenski bobblehead that's presented again by Cleveland Museum of Natural History. The first 8,000 fans tonight will get that bobblehead, and Zach was a huge contributor to that game. He's with the Blue Jackets right now, so he won't be at the game tonight, but he and so many other great players on that team made it such a historic moment. So it's going to be a great celebration. You can see the jerseys there. We're going back with the throwback jerseys will be wearing. Those jerseys will be available for auction after the game tonight. So on Dash, on our website, and through our Monsters app, you can bid on that. And then we're having a live auction for select players, probably 4 to 5 player jerseys will also be available to get those jerseys. And those proceeds, again, will go to the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. So it'll be a great night. There'll be merchandise in the team shop. I know you like that merchandise.
Oh, you know I do.
Me.
As Clevelanders aren't exactly subtle when it comes to supporting our city and repping our team. So I love to see not only the jerseys, but some of those other items that you have, like you said, for purchase. Now, you talked about the team shop, you talked about the ceremonies, you talked about the players. Where can we go for more information on the Throwback Weekend?
Yep, so great question. You can go to clevelandmonsters.com/Lake Erie Monsters, and you'll find all the information about the Lake Erie Monsters weekend, and then other games too coming up. We're right before our All-Star break, so we have some other awesome games coming up, some great theme nights and promotions that, that second half of the season is always fun. And it's hockey weather right now too, as we know. So come inside. It'll be cold on the ice in Rocket Arena. Maybe not as cold as outside, but
I was just going to say it's probably warmer in the arena with the ice than the ice that's on the roads right now.
That is right.
Tell us a little bit more about what some of those other weekends with promotions that we could look forward to.
Yeah, so we'll have coming up later into February and March, we'll have a couple concert series. So we're having a country music night. We're having our emo night for the second night in a row. So we'll be announcing some musical acts for those nights, but those will be great theme nights. We always have our popular Pucks and Paws night, where you can bring your dog to the game. So that's a traditional night that we'll have at Monsters games. And then one we're really excited about, we were the Cleveland Pierogies last year. We flipped to the Pierogies for a weekend. This year we're going to the Cleveland Polish Boys. So that'll be in April. The Polish Boy sandwich is a favorite delicacy here in Cleveland. It was originated here, and so you'll see some pretty creative jerseys that Ben Adams and our marketing team put together that will be on the ice and will be rebranded to the Polish Boys in a weekend in April.
Well, whether it's the Calder Cup or just all of the awesome things that we have to look forward to, we're always winning as Cleveland Monsters fans. So, President Mike, thank you so much for telling us what we can look forward to right now this weekend that's going on now. Lake Erie Monsters Throwback Weekend, of course, all of those other events that we have to look forward to. So one more time, where can we go for more of this information?
You can go to clevelandmonsters.com and you can get all the information on all the upcoming events.
Thank you so much, Mike, and we will see you on that trip down memory lane.